Wait, go!
Hi, we're setting off!
Listen close and don't you say a word. I'll tell you a story of a boy who heard nice guys finish last, but then it was to.
Did you ever think growing up that you'd be in a band right now, like touring all over the place and playing for tons of kids a night? Or was there another, like, small dream that you thought you would end up being?
Well, when I was younger, my mom always pushed me towards acting. And I did it for a little bit. I did it until I was about like 12. Like I would do plays and stuff. You know, I always had fun with it, like, because I was just open about it. Like I was never embarrassed about, you know, being on stage or anything like that. And then I started listening to music more. And I was like, I want to play music. So as soon as I picked up an instrument, since day one, I've been basically, since I started playing music, I've been in a band with Austin. Yeah, for forever. Since we've been about both like 15. And day one, we were trying to plan touring already. Day one. So us being on the road and us doing this, it really is a dream come true for me. I mean, I love it every single day, and I'm never gonna take it for granted ever.
My story is actually the complete opposite. My dad was a touring musician for a while, but he was also an athlete. So I grew up really hardcore in the athletic family, and a lot of people don't know, my freshman year of high school, I didn't want to be in band. I hated it. My brother was first generation musician at the high school I went to. I was second generation, so my parents forced me to try for a year, and of course I fell in love with playing music. But the fact of touring now was like an option that didn't come up until Set It Off started. I mean, I originally wasn't an original member of the band before they played the first show. We went to Warped Tour, and I just, you know, we all saw that we're like, we want this. That's pretty much how it's been for me, at least.
For me, it was, I actually used to be really into basketball. Played like a lot of basketball as a kid. And then I kind of had my backup career because, you know, basketball, you're not necessarily going to succeed as recording. And then, like I said before, picked up an instrument, and then I was just like, screw this basketball thing. I just was done with it from then on. I played basketball for a few years after that, and I just hated it, and it was just like something I was forced to do. And then finally made the switch. And like Zach said, since being 15, like touring was all we ever wanted. So yeah.
I mean, when I was younger, I always played drums. Stop it! I was younger. I played like I said, I started playing when I was really young, and I don't know. Like I would always draw. I really like art. I would see something and I would draw it. So I wanted to be an artist. And I played flag football and played high school football and played high school basketball and played basketball leagues. And I was really good in athletics. I was always good at whatever I did. And I don't know, I started playing drums in my dad's church when I was 12. And ever since then, I kind of like, you know, I liked playing in front of people, and I liked playing music. And I don't know, I joined a band when I was 16, 17. I played in a hardcore band, and everybody was older than me. Everybody was like in their 20s, and I was the youngest one in the band. And I played for a band called Board the Windows for a while, and that was a lot of fun. And then I decided I wanted to go in a different direction, and possibly make a career out of music, because you can't really make a really good career out of like hardcore music, I guess. You can. There's bands that do, but I didn't feel like I could. So I joined a pop punk band, and this is what happened. You know, and I always knew I'd probably play music. I don't even know what's going to happen to me in like, you know, the next 5 minutes. I could fall off a cliff or something. So we'll see what happens. Dude, I'll find a cliff.
I live on a cliff.
And accidentally fall off.
I climbed it. Like, see those stairs over there? See those stairs?
I live on it. It's right there.
Look at those
actually.
stairs over there. I'll climb those stairs for you. And I'll jump off.
I'd rather you not, though. I really do like the music.
I'll lay in the street.
We found out recently Bendy's a fucking vampire. Zach actually found that out when he was reading Twilight books. He's pretty indestructible.
Really?
Zach reads everything. You don't understand.
I literally, if someone says, "Hey, this is a good book," I will read it. I don't care.
He's an avid reader.
You should check out
Bendy
Vampire
cannot
Kisses
get
series.
hurt.
I'll read it. If someone hands me a book and they're like, "I want you to read this," I will dedicate myself to reading that book on tour.
We witnessed it. Yeah, most people ask for food. You know, like bands. When people say, "What do you want for tour?" You know, people say food. He asks for books.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to
I don't
eat.
have. Everybody else has fancy things on tour. They have laptops. They have MP3 players. They have everybody else has everything fancy. I don't. I have nothing. So what I do is I just crack open a book and I sit back and I read.
Crack open is such a good verb.
Yeah, and then like, and I have a really
Bring
good
up the compound
imagination.
verb.
I like to think so. Like when I'm reading the book, I can picture it just like a movie. So therefore, I entertain myself by reading. I don't have to watch a movie.
Very deep.
He has a
What's
good
up?
imagination.
What's up?
My half of the story, I'll make it quick, is basically I played clarinet from age 8 for a while on. My parents were, and my whole family was very supportive of it because it was classical and they all played those kind of instruments. I was trained that way. In 10th grade, I got my first taste of what it's like to be in a rock band. I was in a ska core band, and I played my first show and I just ate it up. Like, I mean, I always liked acting like Zach did too, because it's like, my passion is also in music as much as it is in performing. So as long as I'm performing to crowds that give a lot of intense feedback back, then that's all I want. And then the whole went on there. And I didn't honestly like being in those bands earlier. The like bands, I always wanted to tour, but I never thought it would happen because we never knew the first thing about it and we didn't want to just go for it. But as soon as Set It Off started, like if I know I'm going to drop out of college to be in a band and try and make it, there's no way I'm not going to see the whole country and make sure everyone hears our name and gets sick of us until we have a steady living and we're in everyone's ears until no one can until everyone's fucking sick of hearing the name Set It Off. So that's how I feel about it now.
All right.